besides being considered two great wrestlers in WWE rings. Stone Cold and John Cena are both successful men who have made a lot of money during their careers. But have you ever wondered which of them has the most luxurious life? In this video, you'll see a fierce battle between Stone Cold and John Cena. So, let's get to the fight. Real estate. Both actors spare no expense in finding good places to live, but who invests the most money in property? Stone Cold, for example, likes to live on farms. It was speculated that the ranch was featured in the reality TV show Broken Skull Challenge, but it was revealed that it was just a location made to represent the former wrestler's property. His real ranch, called Broken Skull Ranch, was located in Tilden, Texas, boasting many impressive environments and over 2,000 acres of land where alligators even lived in the lake. This place was sold by the former wrestler in 2017, but soon after, he acquired another ranch, this time located to the south in Nevada City, naming it Broken Skull Ranch 2.0. Steve Austin's current property covers a large portion of 40 acres of land and is full of enchanting landscapes, making it the place where he spends most of his time these days. Through his social networks, Steve Austin often shares a little of his routine on the incredible rural property. There is, for example, a large residence for him and his dogs, but little is known about its interior except that it has lots of glass doors and a beautiful wide plank floor. Among the spaces that have been seen are the kitchen with a huge worktop, a living room with cozy sofas, and a garage/shed for him to store his car collection. Outside, there are large fields where the former wrestler grows crops and others where he raises animals such as horses, as well as plenty of land for him to do with as he pleases. The ranch is also home to many species of animal life, such as a brood of chickens, which have their custom-built coop to live in. This place offers everything Steve Austin needs to live very peacefully, and to acquire this property, he had to fork out quite a bit of money. According to the media, the star bought the property for $2.9 million. Steve Austin also once owned a property in Marina del Rey, in the U.S. state of California. Built in 1953, the design house has elegant decor and more than 2,700 square feet of living space. Among the property's main spaces are an open layout living room and an 8-person dining area with a glass table, which integrates the custom kitchen with stainless steel appliances and a countertop with seating for casual meals. There is also a family room next to the kitchen that appears to be quite cozy, where there is a TV and a modern fireplace, as well as other living spaces to gather in daily. The house has a total of 4 bedrooms, including the spacious master suite, with doors opening onto the garden and a lovely bathroom with a solid surface soaking tub. In addition to this, the property also has 2 other updated bathrooms with electric mirrors, and while Steve Austin lived there, he also improvised a gym to train without leaving the house. Outside, the property is situated on an 8,000 square foot lot, which has very green lawns, a landscaped garden, a leisure area with a swimming pool, and plenty of seating areas for entertaining or relaxing outdoors, where the former wrestler has already shared a video of his dog swimming. According to some sources, Steve Austin bought the main property in 2007 for the trifle of $2 million, and in 2017, he acquired a property next door for another $1.49 million. In 2021, he sold the complex for $3.395 million, although other sources report that he only disposed of one of the properties. John Cena, on the other hand, at the time he was engaged to wrestler Nikki Bella. She ended up showing a bit of the couple's residence on her YouTube channel, where it was possible to get to know a bit more of the WWE star's home. It was possible to see that the mansion has a decor full of objects that show a little of Cena's personality, such as a picture frame with dozens of Nintendo games, and another frame with the album of his favorite artists, and even a piano that he seems to know how to play quite well. One of the rooms that they showed most was the double bedroom, the most exclusive room in the house, which seems to be very comfortable and cozy. The place has a very refined decoration, having, for example, a huge fireplace, many decorative pictures, and even mirrors on the ceiling combined with plaster frames. Going into the bathroom, we can see that it is even more sophisticated, with a white color palette composed by coatings on the walls that look like marble. There's no shortage of space in this bathroom, ideal for the muscle giant ready himself in comfort and luxury. However, the external area is undoubtedly one of the places that stands out the most in the estate. This is because there is an incredible swimming pool, equipped with a stone waterfall and surrounded by plants. John Cena has managed to create an exotic and very functional outdoor area, even featuring a slide for when he wants to have fun. On sunnier days, the fighter will most likely prefer to gather his friends and have some fun while cooling off in this beautiful pool. And even though John Cena and Nikki Bella split in 2018, some sources claim that he is still living in this property. And although the property is not for sale, some real estate websites estimate that Cena's mansion is currently valued at around $3,500,000. Another estate that once belonged to the couple is a mansion in San Diego, California. On the YouTube channel of John Cena's ex-fiancée, some footage of the property's interior can be seen. We can see that the decor of the house is older, but that everything is still in perfect condition. There is a strong presence of wood, especially in the huge living room, which features several sophisticated details. It was possible to see that the environment has a fireplace, foosball table, and even a pool table. Going down to the basement, there is a wine cellar with a capacity for hundreds of bottles, something that surely the couple must have really liked. And while there isn't a lot of information about this estate, it likely cost quite a bit of money. And since we don't know the value of all of John Cena's properties, let's call this round a draw. Exaggerated luxuries. Both wrestlers have more than enough money to buy anything they want, but who spends the most money? John Cena, for example, has been seen with beautiful watches such as $15,000 Rolex Explorer 2, $20,000 Rolex GMT Master 2, $25,000 Rolex Daytona Steel Yellow Gold, $65,000 Rolex Eve Rose Daytona. Steve Austin, for example, likes to invest his money in shoes. In an interview with Complex, the former wrestler showed off some of the sneakers he's owned. Nike Shox NZ $100, Magnum Stealth Force 8.0 boot $100, Brooks Glycerin 20 $160. And when the star was interviewed in a store, he took the opportunity to take a few more home, among them Air Jordan 13 Del Sol $280, Air Jordan 5 Racer Blue $320, Air Jordan 3 Fire Red $320, and a Nike Zoom Kobe 5 Protro X Undefeated for $820, totaling $1,883 spent on shopping. To always be well-dressed and stylish, Steve Austin also spends a lot of money on watches, such as his Shin U1 SDR, which measures 44mm and is made from submarine steel, which gives it greater resistance in extreme conditions of use, with an average price of $3,500. Another watch he has owned is an elegant Omega Seamaster 300M chronograph made of stainless steel, which, depending on the specifications, can cost as much as $8,600. The former wrestler also loves to have fun on the high seas, having been spotted, for example, cruising around on a Kawasaki Ultra 310 LX, a very modern electric jet ski powered by a high-performance 4-stroke engine. And to give you an idea of the price, the newest models of this jet ski cost more than $20,000. Steve Austin has also been seen on a Seabreacher X, a 2-seater semi-submersible mini-submarine. With a design similar to that of a shark, the submersible is perfect for those who like to go on adventures, as it is even capable of jumping out of the water. The submarine also has a 260 horsepower supercharged engine, and although it's not certain whether it belongs to Steve Austin, a new model costs from $80,000. And because Stone Cold spends more, he wins this round. Vehicles. Both stars are passionate about beautiful cars, but which of them has the best vehicles at their disposal? Stone Cold, for example, has been seen with several cars, such as 2008 Kawasaki KLX 450 for $7,200, Kawasaki Mule SX for $9,000, Kawasaki Brute Force 750 for $11,000, Kawasaki Mule Pro MX for $15,000, 1988 Dodge Ramcharger for $17,000, 1965 Ford F100 for $20,000, Kawasaki Mule Pro FXT for $20,000, Kawasaki Teryx 4 from $21,000, 1959 Ford F100 from $22,000, 1995 Ford Bronco from $23,000. 1996 Chevrolet Suburban for $26,000. Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000 from $27,000. 2003 Ford Focus from $30,000. 2003 Chevrolet Silverado Z71 from $32,000. 1974 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 from $35,000. Jeep Wrangler 4x4 for $38,000. Buick Special 1955 from $40,000. 1971 Corvette Stingray from $41,000. Ford Fairlane 1964 from $51,000. Chevrolet C10 for $57,000. Ford F-150 for $75,000. Corvette C7 for $79,000. And even a 2016 Range Rover for $87,000. One of the most impressive vehicles that Steve Austin drove, which became his trademark during his fights, was a customized monster truck. This robust machine was seen a few times during wrestling competitions, including being used to crush some other vehicles, such as The Rock's Lincoln Continental. To give you an idea of the price of this car, it is estimated that the former wrestler's vehicle is valued at around $150,000. But the most impressive car he drove was a McLaren 720S, a super sports car made for those who like speed. To give you an idea of its power, the vehicle is equipped with a 720 horsepower V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds, reaching a top speed of 211 miles per hour. According to some sources, the former wrestler's incredible car is valued at around $340,000. In addition to all these cars, it is speculated that he once owned other rather impressive vehicles, but they no longer seem to be part of his collection. John Cena, for his part, is not at all left behind. Proof of this is that he has already made a series of videos showcasing part of his collection. The first car he bought with his first WWE paycheck was a 1989 Jeep Wrangler, a vehicle that, despite being valued at only $15,000, holds great emotional significance for Cena. He also owns a 2012 Range Rover Autobiography, a simple SUV for a celebrity like him, but ideal for everyday use and can be found costing around $40,000. However, one of the cheapest sports cars he owns is a 2013 Maserati Gran Turismo, a beautiful convertible that can be found costing around $70,000. Raising the price, he has already been spotted in his 2005 Aston Martin Vanquish S, which can be found costing around $20,000. And of course, Ferraris couldn't be missing from his garage, his cheapest being the 2004 model year 360 Spider, which can be found for around $120,000. Cena also owns a 2009 Lamborghini Gallardo in blooming green color, a sporty and nimble car, but definitely a little too small for a man as strong as he is, being valued at around $130,000. Another beautiful red Ferrari that is part of his collection is the 2007 model F430 Spider, whose price is estimated at around $140,000. He also owns a 2007 Ferrari 599 GTB, a beautiful car valued at $160,000. However, in white he owns a Ferrari 612 Scaglietti Odo 2009, a vehicle valued at $180,000. And for when John Cena wants to take a more sophisticated ride, he can make use of his 2009 Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe, a sophisticated convertible car valued at around $200,000. Mercedes vehicles couldn't be left out either, with him owning a 2012 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG valued at $240,000. Going even more powerful, he owns a 2009 Lamborghini Murcielago Coupe, a super-fast car that can be found costing around $350,000. One of the most legendary vehicles in his garage, meanwhile, is his 2006 Ford GT, a rare car that can be worth upwards of $400,000. However, one of the most expensive cars in his collection is believed to be a 2008 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, a supercar valued at over $500,000. And for having more luxurious vehicles, John Cena wins this round. Point for him. Aircraft. Both wrestlers use private aircraft when they need to get around, but who has the most expensive means of transportation? When it comes to traveling, John Cena was spotted getting off a Dassault Falcon 20F aircraft, a small business jet ideal for interstate travel. The interior of the aircraft is very sophisticated, with it being able to carry up to 6 passengers while offering a lot of comfort for all those who go aboard. And it's no wonder that the price of a new aircraft of this model is estimated at $4 million. But in case the fighter had just chartered it, it's possible he spent around $10,000 for each flight hour. Meanwhile, Austin flew in a Robinson R-44, one of the most reliable helicopter models, which, depending on the specifications, can carry 3 passengers in addition to the pilot in a 46 cubic foot cabin. To buy a helicopter like this, you have to pay around $500,000, while the average hourly charter rate is $900. Steve Austin also often shares photos of what appears to be his private jet, the Hawker 400 XP, a medium-sized twin-engine executive aircraft ideal for interstate and international travel. The interior of the jet can carry up to 8 passengers in comfort and refinement. Called the N865TM, the former wrestler's jet seems to offer plenty of comfort for him and his dogs to travel safely between the country's states while enjoying unique views that only aircraft like this can provide. And although it's not certain whether he owns the aircraft, it's estimated that the price of a jet of this model costs around $2.5 million. Considering that Stone Cold owns a jet, he wins this round. Sources of income. Both fighters like to diversify their sources of income, but which one excels more in business? Austin, for example, has some ventures, such as lines of drinks known as Broken Skull American Lager and Broken Skull IPA, in collaboration with the traditional brewing company El Segundo Brewing. Another source of income is merchandise sales. Through the Steve Cold brand, the WWE personality sells products linked to his image, such as t-shirts and other accessories. Over the years, he has decided to invest in his writing career, having already published books such as The Stone Cold Truth. Steve Austin's biggest source of income must surely come from royalties and advertising deals with famous brands, such as the 316 clothing line, the WWE 2K series of games, the Japanese company Kawasaki, among many others. John Cena, for his part, knows how to multiply his fortune. John Cena's most recent investments is in the drinks industry, being one of the founders of Thomas Ashbourne, a brand of ready-to-drink cocktails that promises to be very successful in the coming years. Another source of Cena's income is through music, having already released a rap album titled You Can't See Me. John Cena is also very prominent in the dubbing business, with his biggest highlight being with the main character in the animated film Ferdinand. On television, Cena is often invited to make special appearances, even working as host of the children's show airing on Nickelodeon's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Social media can also be considered another source of income for John Cena. This is because he has tens of millions of followers on several different platforms. In his Facebook page alone, for example, he has over 50 million followers, a huge audience that he makes use of in order to publicize his main events and products. And because he is a very famous personality, he also manages to make a lot of money from his image by advertising for various companies. Among the brands that have already invested to associate their image to the wrestler are, for example, beer company Michelob Ultra, Gillette Razors, New Mountain Dew soft drink, snack company Tacos Fuego, sportswear company Tap Out, Crocs shoes, Hefty disposable products, fast food chain Subway, Fruity Pebbles cereal, and many others. To get an idea of values, it is estimated that just his commercial with the data analysis company Experian, he may have made him around $1 million. As John Cena has more diversified businesses, he wins this round. Net worth. As two great wrestlers, there's no doubt that they have amassed a lot of wealth. But who has the biggest net worth? Starting with Stone Cold. He was, for example, one of the most influential competitors of the Attitude Era, starring in major fights that earned him high incomes. Although it is not known how much Steve Austin earned per year from wrestling competitions, some rumors suggest that he earned between $5 and $12 million between 1999 and 2003. However, he didn't stop raking in the big bucks after retiring in 2003. That's because although he has left the ring, Steve Austin is still a wrestling star, always involved in competitions and perpetuating his legacy. To give you an idea of how much he makes, in 2021 alone, Sports Rush reported that he and WWE pocketed $3.66 million from merchandise sales. Added to his other sources of income, his turnover is even higher. It's speculated that with all his jobs combined, including brand endorsements, the star now earns around $3 million a year. Although no one knows for sure what Steve Austin's fortune is, some sources estimate that the former wrestler's net worth today, after all taxes have been deducted, is $30 million. But the figure is likely to be higher. John Cena, for his part, was once considered the most important figure in the WWE, being responsible for starring in the most profitable fights, besides being one of the biggest sellers of licensed products using his image. And it's no wonder he's considered one of the highest paid wrestlers in the world. But John Cena's ambitions go far beyond wrestling. He seems to want to follow the same path as his ringmate The Rock, who has become one of Hollywood's biggest movie stars. And that's why Cena has started acting more and more, taking some good roles in increasingly relevant films. The amount he gets paid for each performance depends a lot on the importance of his role and the size of the production's budget. To get a sense of values, it's estimated that he received about $260,000 for The Marine and $2,500,000 for Trainwreck. And it's very likely that his biggest payday will be in Fast and Furious 9, a film that is part of one of the most successful franchises in movie history, in which John Cena has acted as the main villain, something that must have earned him a few $1,000,000. And most recently, Cena has been hard at work with his superhero character on the Peacemaker series airing on HBO Max. And if you consider all of the fighter's sources of income in a year, Forbes magazine estimated that in 2016 he made almost $10 million. And while no one knows for sure just how much wealth Big John Cena has amassed, many sources speculate that currently, at the peak of his 45 years of age, he has already amassed a net worth of over $80 million. And for having the highest estimated fortune, John Cena wins this round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we had 3 points for Stone Cold against 4 points for John Cena, making him the winner of this battle. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel Dios to satisfy your curiosity.